Now that the Christmas event is finally over, we can finally decide or talk about how it overall went, the entire event basically. And there's going to be 4 different sections we're going to be going over. The first of all is we're going to be going over the basic time it actually went to, number 2 is the challenges, number 3 the rewards, and number 4 the Yeti event. And we're going to be seeing how it all basically just felt like around the entire event. So let's get into it. So basically I can't really remember it too much, but there was like a certain date like around December like the 4th or 5th that it was going to be released or somewhere around there, and then it was delayed to like a few more days, like about 2 or something like that, and then after 2 more days it was delayed up to like 4 more days, and at that point everyone just got used to it that literally the event was probably going to come around like the 15th of December, but surprisingly it came out around like the 12th, I think. I'm pretty sure, at least. I'll probably put it up somewhere right here if I can find the image. But yeah, because it actually the event got delayed so many times, it really kind of like made people just basically feel like, I guess, not really sorry, but just made people just really disappointed that the event didn't come sooner. And plus the event was just really like inconvenient basically. And now that we've gone over like the date and time of how it basically went, of a bunch of delays, it basically disappointed a lot of people, we're going to be going over the what's it called, challenges. So there were 3 challenges compared to last year's. Basically I believe last year's they had 4. There was the tech, there was a bunch of other stuff I can't remember at this point, but there was a bunch of other stuff. But there's 3 challenges in compared to last year's, obviously. Now these challenges are ridiculously easy compared from last year's events, challenges, and requirements that you needed to complete those challenges. They were ridiculously difficult. Now some of them were like, for an example, the hardest one I'm pretty sure, which was complete 5 campaign and arena games, I believe, at the top of my head. And yeah, that was ridiculously difficult. Well, depending if you had like a friend group or not, because if you did, then it was pretty easy, kind of. But if you did not, and you're just like me, who basically plays with randoms and sometimes gets into games with groups, then it is pretty damn difficult, especially for arena mode, since you basically have to protect your team every single minute and every single second so you do not die or waste any ammunition, and make sure your heals basically count all the time. These challenges were ridiculously difficult back then, especially like the Yeti events back then, because it got so many like reworks from 1 million HP to 500k to 250k, and it was just a complete and total, like, I guess, dumpster truck. I don't know, but or train wreck, as you could say. But yeah, the challenges this year's were a ton easier. Like, these challenges were just so easy. I was thinking that they were like weekly or like daily challenges, like deposit 10 ice shards. That's very easy. Collect 30 ice shards, and back then literally like after a week the event came out, these spawned a crazy ton of amounts. So yeah, it was pretty easy to actually get those amounts as well. Defeat the Yeti. I'm pretty sure every single person, like 90% of the population in this game, literally beat the Yeti on the first game they did, or on the second or third game. No more than 4, I'm pretty sure, but that's for like people who don't really have like Robux stuff, or just don't really have like a crack team and they're playing with randoms. I for one completed it on my second thing. A ton of people completed it on their first attempt, and this event was just so ridiculously easy. These challenges didn't even feel like challenges. They just felt like doing some sort of like little bit of a task to do something before you get to the next area or something like that. Sure, they take a while, but still, they are so easy. These challenges were nothing, and plus, after these challenges, these rewards, or as number 3, as actually in the next section, is the rewards. Now, out of all of these, the one that basically, of course, got the most rework, or is still getting the most rework at this time you're hearing this, is the Ice Club. This thing is cracked, and it was busted when it came out. Why? It basically froze every single infected that basically got in its lightning strike path when you were to slam it to the ground, and the frozen infected would do nothing but to stand there, be frozen for like 4 seconds, I'm pretty sure, while you would take the sweet hit spots on it and just destroy its damage while they cannot do anything but just stand there and just take it all until they eventually die. This was an absolute juggernaut and banshee killer. Now, I have heard how it does work on the brute, which is just crazy overpowered, which I've never actually tried because nobody really plays escalation for some reason. But literally, that is just so broken. Like, imagine like a boss that's supposed to be the hardest one in the game, just literally feel like it's not even a boss because you can literally just freeze it and just take all the damages on it while it cannot do anything. That is broken, like in an what's it called? Exploitative glitch spot that you're like on top of a cliff or something like that and it can't reach you. This club was broken as hell, and it is still currently what's called disabled when you're hearing this, and it is still being reworked. Now the shotgun, yes, it is very strong. It is actually, I believe, the the Spaz 12's younger brother by like a year. It is pretty damn strong. I really like it. The burst fire pistol, it's pretty good, I guess. Not really too much, but I guess it's really good for people who are paid not pay to win, free to play, I guess. But yeah, nothing too much. These rewards were just pretty good, I guess. From like a 1 to 10, I give them like a 7 out of 10 because they were kind of unique, especially the ice club. I really like that, but unfortunately it is disabled, so we can't really use it. And now finally onto the last component of the entire Christmas holiday thing is the Yeti fight. Now, how was it compared to last year's? Super beyond easy. Literally, like I said it already, many people completed or just killed the Yeti on their first or second or third attempt. Literally, it was so easy. I don't know really what it is. I'm pretty sure it was mostly because we had stronger weapons. They had like buffs and stuff like that. And the fact that the Yeti only had, oh crap, I can't really remember how much HP it had. It had like 150 or something like that. I can't remember how much HP it had the first time, but then it got buffed to it where it has 200k, and it is kind of a little bit more harder, but not really. And plus, nobody really plays the Yeti event at this point because, I mean, obviously the Yeti event is already completely over basically. And yeah, this event was just ridiculously easy. Plus, we technically had the pitchfork to help us out a lot, and plus with all of our other strong SL stuff, and plus with a lot of teamwork, we were able to kill the Yeti so easily. Compared to last year's, he was an absolute god, obviously, because he had so many broken stuff on him, from million HP to 500k to 250k to like 150k until they officially made it to 100k. And it was just ridiculous on how many times they had to change the HP. I almost wonder if they even tested this guy like more than once, because like, how would you kill that thing? It does not make sense. But compared to this Yeti's event, this Yeti was a lot easier, like a ton easier. I'm pretty sure it was because of the weapons and stuff we had and firepower, but also because we just gotten so much better from last year, I guess. Like the time of 1 year just made us all just, I guess, get more skilled, a lot better at the game, so I guess that's also a good thing. But yeah, compared to last year's, this Yeti fight feels like a tutorial, basically. Now that we've gone over all of those 4 aspects, obviously, on the Yeti event, or not the Yeti event, the Christmas holiday event, I was going to say something about the lobby thing, which I guess looks cool, but that doesn't really count or matter. So, my overall rating, how was this holiday's Christmas event compared to last year's? Last year's was ridiculously difficult with pretty decent rewards. I mean, we got, of course, like the tech, we got, of course, I can't really remember what the vector, which by in this day and age is not that great. That event was like a 5 out of 10 because it was kind of cool, but most of the time it was just so hard, and plus the rewards were not that great, and it was just completely not that great. So it was like a 5 or like a 4.5 out of 10. I believe this year's event compared to last year's event, I believe the rating should be around like a 7 maybe out of 10, because these challenges were so easy, but at the same time I kind of wish that they were harder a little bit, but at the same time it would have just been a complete train wreck. But we did get some decent rewards, the shotgun, the pistol, and the ice club. But the thing is that, of course, that one's disabled. But for now, I guess that compared to last year's, this event is a lot better because of like the rewards, the easier the challenges, obviously. But it kind of sucks that this event was technically over literally on the first day, because you literally completed all the challenges literally like in about 3 hours at most. So it kind of did suck. So this rating for this holiday event, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It did majorly a little bit more better. I just hope that, the challenges were a little bit more difficult, just a tiny bit more. Like, for an example, it could be like collect 30 shards. It could be like, I don't know, collect like 80 or like 100 ice shards. That would have been a little bit more better. But still, at this point, this event is a lot better than last year's. Plus, the rewards are a little bit more better as well. So that's my overall rating, 7.5 out of 10 compared to last year's 4.5 out of 10 ice or Christmas holiday event. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in about 4 years.